All right. Hey YouTube, I'm Lucky, and in today's video, we're going to be covering all of the Bungie news. The TWAB came out just today, okay? This week at Bungie, and the first thing we're going to cover is that they're doing a giveaway for this emblem for a great cause, a great charity, and so I'm going to be buying this emblem, and I'll be doing a giveaway on Twitter, so make sure you follow me on Twitter if you want to enter in that giveaway. Now, moving on to the next part, they're actually bringing back two reprised weapons, a hand cannon and a sniper, and then they're bringing us two new weapons, a machine gun and a shotgun, and they're also doing some big nerfs to shotguns in general, so this shotgun could very well be meta, so kind of exciting to see some new loot and some reprised loot brought back to Iron Banner. Very exciting stuff there. Now moving on to the sandbox stuff, okay? This is the big stuff. I made a video yesterday talking about will Bungie nerf these 120 RPM hand cannons because they're so unbelievably dominant, especially in the Trials meta report that I make every single week. And the answer was yes, apparently. Literally the next day I wake up and here's the TWAB and they say aggressive hand cannons are very dominant in PvP and we've received enough feedback that we want to rein them in a bit without completely taking away their range benefits. These weapons will now have damage and aim assist fall off distance reduced between 2 and 4 meters based on the range stat. This roughly halves the range buff they received in Beyond Light. So pretty crazy stuff, right? We'll see how strong they are after this nerf right here. And then they're doing a nerf to Vortex frame swords with Falling Guillotine. Now viable forever. They're going to do some adjustments to that, the Falling Guillotine. Along with that, they're doing chip damage between swords and Bastion because they kind of just absolutely mow through champions. So we'll see how that affects the barrier champion stuff. Moving on now to some of the other big stuff. Very noteworthy is the perk Quick Draw. Actually gave a plus 100 handling. I talked about this. I thought that maybe Bungie would nerf not just the Felwinter's Lie, but also perhaps the Astral Horizon because they both kind of have the same issue, right? They both are aggressive frames with Quick Draw where you can just pull the shotgun out immediately and fire the gun, and it kind of negates having, you know, any other archetypes of shotgun, essentially. And so they're actually adjusting the perk Quick Draw, and they're removing Quick Draw from these weapons. The handling bonus is now removed 1 second after switching this weapon or upon aiming down sights, and replace Quick Draw with Surplus. So the God Roll Astral that I was telling you about from this season, which is Surplus opening shot, is now the God Roll across the board, because if you had one of the older weapons, okay, even though the sun setting is gone, they're changing those weapons. So your Quick Draw opening shot Astral Horizon is now going to be a Surplus opening shot Astral Horizon. So crazy stuff to see. This is not the first time we've seen stuff like this inside Destiny 2 or Destiny 1 for that matter. We have definitely seen that, especially with a perk like Shot Package back in D1, if you remember that had to get nerfed. So that's being changed. Very crazy times. And now that'll be the new God Roll weapon. We'll see how well that stacks up. And we'll see if a weapon like the Retold Tale, like I mentioned, is actually the new king of shotguns, because I think Retold Tale would get to keep its Quick Draw. We'll see. Frenzy. This perk now has extremely high uptime in PvE. Basically, this is one of the best damage boosting perks there is because it just lasts like indefinitely as long as you're in combat. So they reduced it from 20% to 15%. So that SMG I was telling you about with Overflow, SMG, the Extraordinary Rendition, Overflow and Frenzy rather, that's going to still be very good, but it's reduced from 20 to 15% because you can just remain with the damage boost the whole time, which is very, very strong. Next up, they've got Reservoir Burst. Now increases magazine size in addition to other effects. Reduce full battery damage bonus from 33 to 25%. Upcoming content requires revisiting the power level of a damage perk that can be activated simply by having a full magazine. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more. Exotics, the Lament is going to be looked at and it's going to be adjusted a little bit, bringing it down approximately 16%. Okay. And Bastion, since we're removing chip damage, Bastion gets something else instead. We've noticed increased feedback on Bastion and higher than normal usage in PvP, so we're making a small change here and we'll revisit Bastion later. Intrinsically staggers unstoppable champions. Wow, that's interesting. And increase spread angle by 13%. Interesting. We'll see how well that does inside PvP. Now, I was talking to you all about how Bastion was climbing up the charts there in the Trials top 10 meta. So some crazy sandbox changes coming up. And that's everything of noteworthy. This is all just a bunch of bugs in the game that they're working on. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Are you excited for 120s to get nerfed a little bit? Do you think these changes are going to bring some good balance to the game? I personally think they will. Like I've said before, the Trials meta report, we've got Quick Draw shotguns and hand cannons, 120 RPM hand cannons, and that's like the entire freaking meta right now. So it'd be nice to see something else in there. Maybe a little more pulse rifles in there, here and there. Maybe an auto rifle in there, who knows? But it is nice to have a little bit of variety and diversity when it comes to the meta. So overall, I'm happy with the sandbox changes, and I can't wait to get out there and grind for some new and reprised Iron Banner loot. That's a wrap on this video, though. Make sure to subscribe with notifications on if you did enjoy. Smash the like button, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Later.